Like, either I got to hire somebody to clean the house, somebody to deliver groceries. I can't do everything because I added more to my plate.
We've had somebody cleaning our house for 15 years. It was one of the best things I've ever done.
So tired.
LaVon, I'd wake up on Saturday, she goes, are you going to vacuum? I'm like, yes, but not the minute I wake up. And 25 minutes later, she would, have you vacuumed yet? I'm like, of course you know I haven't because I've been sitting right next to you.
There will be multiple cups of coffee consumed before I will do anything.
Yes.
Sarah, with our kids, it's great. She'll be like, the little boys will come up to her, she'll go, haven't had my coffee. Don't talk to me.
Nice.
And so now they'll walk in the room, see coffee, and turn around and walk out.
That's tight.
You're not allowed to talk to mom until she's had a cup of coffee.
You don't want to talk to her.
I know, that's right.
They've learned that.
Yeah.
That's tight.
So I said, let's just...
The whole time we've been on, what if I would have said something?
Brian!
No!
Brian!
I'm not worried about me saying something inappropriate. Why are you?
I don't know. Like, wow.
Why aren't you paying attention?
I could have shared a secret or
Look
something.
at 7 after. Well, go ahead, share a secret. You didn't know people were watching?
My God. No, I had no clue. Wow. I was like, yo, when's he going to start the video? So weird.
I started it a few minutes ago.
Why do you hate me?
You both are fine. You didn't say anything wrong.
No, but...
You see how he is?
Yeah, I know. Exactly. He thinks people don't see.
What he just said was, you didn't say anything that's going to get me in trouble.
They're right. It's all about you. And you're good because you knew it was on. What if we would have done that to you? What would you have done?
Laughed.
Oh, my God.
Well, we'll see. We shall see. Sometime in the near future.
What's up, Angie? Mike, Tammy's on. Let's see who's on YouTube.
I'm sorry. I thought you guys knew. Oh, well. Wow.
Oh, I'm not mad. I don't care. I mean, whatever. Y'all know my mess. I eat mangoes in the shower. I mean, I'll tell you my secret. Lana, what's up? She
What's
says,
shocking
good morning,
is you have time for that.
I do.
You have time to eat mangoes in the shower?
Who cuts the mango up for you? Mangoes are kind of hard to cut.
Yeah.
They're slimy.
I ain't got time for that.
I don't.
You know what? I could see Jannelle as a puppet with you playing the voice.
I would.
Wow.
Because if you pay attention, like it's like Kathleen, our dear friend, would always end up, her arguments would end up at, can't we all just get along? Or, no, I'm sorry, we're all in this together.
Hola,
like,
Pamela.
We're all in this together. And with her, it usually ends up with, I ain't got time for that.
I don't.
Like, at its core,
I don't.
that's what's happening.
Can't we all just get along was the great American philosopher, Rodney King.
Rodney King, yeah, I mixed up Kathleen and Rodney King.
I can see
Happens to me all
they
the time.
almost look exactly alike. they almost look exactly
It
alike.
was so sweet.
Angie in the house.
We're all in this
Thank
together.
you, Angie. She says, I didn't get a chance to say it, but happy 3rd year anniversary, Jannelle. Thank you for being so transparent and sharing your life with us. You're doing such a great job.
Yeah,
Thank you,
very
Angie.
transparent. 3
long years. Look, all kinds of gray. But I served the
that
Lord
was there when you started.
sacrificially dealing with this dude.
I think that was
3
there when you
years.
started.
No, it wasn't. No.
Do you, I hadn't noticed that before.
No, I have it. I want to do like my mom and just go gray. That's like a thing now.
Really?
Yeah, like women
Like
are
totally
actually
gray?
getting platinum. Mommy's totally gray.
I didn't notice.
No, but what I'm saying is I'm not going to dye my hair.
I was on a plane one time and this lady said, she had like platinum hair and somebody said, oh, that looks really nice. She goes, oh yeah, I'm transitioning. So you have to be really careful when you say that to her. Okay. You should probably clarify you're meaning your hair.
What?
For your own safety. Transitioning.
Do you like women with platinum hair?
What am I, what am I supposed to say with that?
Should women dye their hair?
No, I think they should wear what God gave them.
I think they should do what they want to do. If they want to dye their hair, dye your hair. If you don't want to dye your hair.
Can we agree on one thing, though? So when men bald and when men get their big
Why are you
belly...
talking about me?
No, I'm saying, like a big belly when they get older or when they age, why is it looked at differently as like when women age? Can we talk about that?
So if women go bald, it should be looked at the same as when men go bald?
Okay, when men go gray, it's not looked at like with women. Women gotta fix their aging.
You know what, though?
Men don't have to do that.
When you see a guy who obviously dyes his hair, you think, trying too hard. Bro, just go buy a sports car.
I
Like
know
everybody
somebody.
else.
I know
You don't need
somebody
to dye your hair.
very closely, a guy, and he dyes his beard.
Len?
No, have you
he's
seen
so
that?
close, he sleeps in the bed next to me.
Oh no, he refuses
This
to do
side when
that.
you eat your chips. That's where he sleeps.
So, can you tell us, women, are we putting that pressure on ourselves?
Yes.
Is it
yes,
helpful?
You are
Like,
definitely.
does a woman look sloppy when she doesn't dye her gray hair?
No.
She's in her
Sloppy?
mid-40s. No,
What men are you talking to?
she's in her mid-40s. Does she look older and more run down?
No.
No, I'm saying.
We think
Oh,
women
you're
are
right here.
beautiful the way the Lord
Oh my
made
gosh, can we keep it real? You're talking to Jannelle.
I am
Let's
not gonna
talk
say
real.
women
We
look
want to
sloppy,
know. We
run
want to
down.
know.
I'm
Women-
offended that you think some women look sloppy when they get older.
No, I'm telling you what we tell ourselves.
I don't even know where this. I've never heard such things.
What we tell ourselves.
I've
Or
never
you,
thought that,
You
Dave.
feel
Have you?
like you're more sophisticated and more like put together. I'll give you another example. I told my kids. They keep walking by me this week.
Run down.
They keep walking by me this week, and they're like, I don't understand why you don't wear your hair curly. And I was like, well, it looks more informal. And two of them stopped and was like, wow. So like
That's
being
straight up
black
racist.
and wearing your natural hair is informal.
That's racist.
So I'm
It
telling
is.
you the things that women tell ourselves. So can you correct
Stop
us?
lying to yourselves.
So let's go back to the gray hair.
You should do in something like this. You should do what makes you feel good. And I'm not saying that like
you
we
gotta
should always
put
do what
effort.
makes us feel good.
Exactly. You got to put effort in looking good.
Yeah, and I do think that for especially when you're married, like my wife won the prize. Obviously,
She did.
she won the prize.
She wakes up every day probably acknowledging and then just saying, wow. Does she do that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Every single day.
A good Christian wife would.
You're right. Exactly.
But we still owe it to ourselves and our spouse to take care of ourselves.
Amen.
And
Brian doesn't think that, but go ahead.
You don't, Brian?
No, he says
Obviously.
you should love each other anyways, and you're attractive anyways. That's what
Well
Sarah
done.
says.
Yes. Hence the homeless drifter collection
Right.
of clothing line that he
As I
wears.
once told my wife, don't go changing to try and please me. We never could have come this far. I don't imagine you never heard Billy Joel's song?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't. You were.
So we really want your
love
wisdom,
Billy Joel.
Dave. So how can you encourage us women to really like put forward and look good, but let our gray go? Like, are we doing that to ourselves?
Well,
what
Angie
are people
answered.
thinking?
I think women put the pressure on themselves and on others.
Yes.
Thank you, Angie.
Look, whatever my wife decides, I'm going to love my wife. It doesn't,
That's how men are.
but
But is that
I
true,
want her
though?
to take care of herself. I want her to be, if she wants to get her hair dyed and get her hair cut twice a month, that's up to her. That's her decision. If she wants to go gray, I'm going to love my wife just the same. Because it's not about how I feel. Love is a commitment.
That's right.
And there are times where I'm mad at my wife. I don't feel very loved sometimes. I'm like, why'd you do that and say that?
Yeah.
But I have a commitment. I made a commitment.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you an example. We talked about gray hair. What if I tell Lynn, which I've done before, baby, life is, I'm not gonna overcomplicate my life. You love me anyways, so I'm not gonna shave my legs.
Oh, that's gross. That's totally disgusting.
Why is that gross? Like, why?
I'm out the door.
That's natural. That's natural. I'm just saying there are other things that we're like, no, you should do that. So how do women know this is being negligent?
If you don't know, then no one's going to help you.
Gray hair, you just let it go.
Yeah,
You're
gray-
45.
yeah.
I think shaving your legs and having gray hair are a totally different thing.
Yeah.
So
And
what do you tell the
please,
French women?
shave
They
your
don't
armpits.
shave.
I'm
So-
not French. I'm American.
There is no shave
Yeah.
November.
France is actually a really gross country. And we were in Versailles. Okay,
Beautiful place.
Beautiful place. The Versailles grounds are just,
They're gorgeous.
If you're on YouTube,
you
subscribe
gotta
right now.
see Versailles. If you go to France, go to Versailles, you've missed out. But
Have you been there? I don't think so. Have I? Yes.
so we're sitting on a train.
Have you been
And
to
it's
DR? I don't think so.
I
Have
haven't.
I? Yes. Thank you. Amazing country. That's right. Go ahead.
Versailles or DR?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So we're sitting on this train ready to go back to Paris, and it's like a microwave. It's 100 degrees. We're sitting in the sun, and I said, I cannot wait to get back and take a shower. And this French family sitting next to us heard us, and they pointed at us and laughed because we wanted to take a shower. They stink. This is the land of perfume and soaps, and they stink.
Wow.
Their women don't shave their legs, they don't shave their armpits. I'm like, this is a gross country. This is why the country will never be great, because all the women have hairy legs here. And it's just, I think, for my benefit, please, my wife, please shave your legs.
Awesome. So, Angie says, I think you're going to look really nice with gray hair, Jannelle. Your mom is beautiful. Mommy looks amazing. And I'm bringing it up because
She's got a thing
Mommy,
with gray hair, right?
no, I brought it up.
keeps bringing it up.
Listen, Mommy was telling me how free, and like women are just getting to this thing where they're rocking the gray hair. And so Mommy for years.
It is true.
Thank you.
I've seen a lot of women with platinum hair.
Thank you.
What about your armpit hair? You gonna let that go gray too?
I wax my armpit hair. There's a lot of information, but
TMI there.
but
Was
listen,
that before or after you eat the mango?
it does hurt, but she does. It's quick. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like it lasts a whole month. Like, why haven't I been doing this?
So it doesn't get bushy under there for a whole month?
No, like you don't see anything for like a month. But
that's
listen,
nice.
what I'm
Raise
saying.
your hand.
What I'm saying is, my mom was saying, all the years that like it's stressful because every 3-4 weeks you got to go and put dye on the rest, and so she's like, "Yo, that's such a hassle," and so that's why I want to say, well, we are our hardest critic, but why that hassle, extra money, extra time, and it's usually because we feel like society expects something else from us.
What
in
do you
terms
think?
of,
Do you want to? Do you want to?
I'm in a different time. You know, it's
it
more
sounds to me-
accepted now.
What would Len
in the
say?
90s, Len would be like, go natural.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Len would say go
It
natural.
sounds to me like you really would prefer to have hairy legs and armpits. So if that's what you want to do, why don't you do what's good for you?
That's what I'm saying. Good. Sara says, amigos, I have a question for
You'd be like
Dave.
living in Oberlin.
Well, yeah. Oh my gosh.
You do you, boo.
She says, my 17-year-old son has a modest amount in savings and is interested in learning more about investment. Where could he start learning that would be manageable for someone who has zero experience? Hola, Jannelle. Team Jannelle, girl.
He could do one of two things. He could call me. I'll sit down with the young man. Come into my office. He could see what success looks like.
She lives in Ecuador, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, thank you, though. But thank you for the
Oh.
invitation.
It's not Ecuador. It's Ecuador.
Ecuador. Gracias.
Brian.
Duh.
Ecuador. Was right, wasn't it?
Yes, now you are.
I would go to Crown Financial has some good stuff about investing. Moody has some pretty good books from. They still have Larry Burkett in print about investing. He didn't really talk about individual investments a lot, but what he talked about was what I like to call foundational investing, which is how to do it right, where to start. A lot of people think, well, when you have some money, you just throw it in the market and hope for the best, and that's not what investing is. That is like lottery investing. And a lot of people are doing lottery investing today, and some people are getting rich off of it, like with Bitcoin and Ethereum and things like that, or GameStop. But these things tend to be more rare than they are not rare. And so a lot of people lose money and they lose hope when they invest like that. So starting with the foundational principles of budgeting, saving, emergency funds, not running credit card debt, things like that, that's really the basis for good investing. Most people think, well, it's just, I got to pick the right stock. That's not it at all.
Okay.
That's like the end point. The beginning point has nothing to do with buying stocks, mutual funds, bonds.
Okay, sounds good. Sara says she'll be here in July and August with her son, so you
Yeah,
can
you can
contact
stop
the
by.
show. First of all, you got to stop off like here and say hello, and then we'll connect you with Dave
When will she be here?
in July through August.
Okay.
Real quick. So this guy Nathaniel is like, "Good morning, Professor Dave, Brian, and Jannelle. How come I don't get a title? Like, what's my title?"
But let's be accurate. Which of us here has taught at the collegiate level? Anyone? Anyone?
Oh, thank you.
So you better flip where you put the professor.
Thank you. Gary says maybe women try to please themselves more, thinking of themselves. That's probably
that's Jannelle.
true. Probably true.
buddy. That's her philosophy.
Basically. And Miss Theola says, sorry, Jannelle, I'm 84 and I have never dyed my hair. I have always looked younger than I really am. That's what people tell me. My girls do. Personal choice. I still have some color in my hair. That's really cool. I wonder if Brian's going to dye his hair. Man,
Not
can you
planning on
imagine?
it.
You're not?
You're not going to have to.
Why? Why?
My dad went gray pretty young.
Really?
He did, yeah. He
Well,
was.
I don't see any gray.
My dad's got
Usually
a
you'd
full
see it
head
like
of gray
right
hair.
around here.
Yeah.
You have none.
Yeah, well, that happens when
He gets
you're
his hair
in such
cut like
great
3
shape.
times a week, so you never notice,
I
but he
don't. I
does.
can't tell. You know what it is? His
gonna be honest here or not?
He needs to go to Len Neville's to get his hair cut because Len would line him up. So you can't tell when he gets
Put a
it.
design in your hair.
Gotta line it up. Get right. That's right.
Do you know anything about white people?
No, I'm not white, and I don't live with white people.
I was with a football player one time, black family, and he said, "You guys go on vacation?" I tell him where we're going, what we're doing. He goes, "Oh yeah, that's a white people vacation." What do you mean? He goes, "Black people don't do any of that stuff." We were scuba diving, mountain climbing, hiking. He goes, "Yeah, black people don't do that."
What do black people do on vacation? What did he say?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
They don't
Do
do
you
that.
know anything about black people? Gosh, duh. Mike says, Brian, your hair's probably dyed and we don't know it.
Yeah, it probably is. He's
Wow,
probably using that. What's that stuff that
Wow.
you scrape through your beard? Just for men. Just for men.
Yeah.
Yes, just for
You
men.
think we don't know? We
I'm
know
only
what
the
you're doing
president. I'm also
over
a
there.
client.
If you're on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe, comment, and share us and all that. Get us out there. Push the word. Share the
Oh,
word.
by the way, Financial Revelations is coming out with a new podcast.
New podcast episode, Financial Revelations. Get it wherever you get your podcasts.
Ooh.
Dave Szafranski,
For all your podcast needs.
president and founder of Edgewater Investment Group. Jannelle,
Y'all.
give him a big round of applause.
Follow it Friday tomorrow. Make sure to join us 6 to
The
9.
one person who didn't clap when I said Jannelle was Jannelle.
Wow.
That's how it works around here. You gotta can tell her when to clap.
Ain't nobody got time
Yeah, I don't got time for that.
What, pedicure? I'll be right there.
Oh my God.
Microdermabrasion.
That's right. That's right.
Microdermabrasion.
All kinds of time for that.
Microdermabrasion.
It was amazing, y'all.
She would touch my feet.
It was good.
You ever get a pedicure, Ryan?
No, he says no.
I got one with my wife one time.
What was that like?
I hated it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Was it, why?
if they're massaging your foot, that's okay. But it tickles, it hurts.
It does tickle.
Yeah, they got that cheese grater they put on your feet.
You
that?
probably need all kind. You probably need a thick kind, like.
Think
Think about with the bench grinder.
A couple of times Sarah goes, they were laying in bed. She goes, "Are you wearing socks?" No.
Oh my gosh!
I don't care. I'm not trying to have pretty feet.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
No,
How else
I'm
are
not.
gonna look good in high heels, Brian?
Do you? So then you agree with Len? The boys in my house who are doing landscaping, they're getting calluses.
Oh, that's
and Len's
good.
like, that's good. They
That's
need a
good.
man's hand.
Yeah.
What about men with soft hands? Like, come on now.
You
Like,
know what they
that's a
say
good
about men
thing.
with soft hands? I don't know what they say. I don't know what
It's
they
not
say.
nice, I'm sure.
I was gonna make something up, but I can't say it here. Not everybody's gonna. There's. I know guys that if you handed them a hammer, they'd say, which end do I use?
Len.
That's all right. I do think less of them, but
But you
all
do
right.
think a man needs to develop, like,
well,
rough-
growing up, my dad owned a hardware store that I went to, and I would pound nails and boards all day long as a little kid, and he taught me how to fix stuff, how to build stuff, how to make stuff. When I lived in Avon, I finished the basement, and somebody said, "Well, where are you buying your woodwork from?" I said, "I'm making it."
That's right.
And I made the
Wow.
woodwork, and I did that for my house in Vermillion too. I made the woodwork, and I like doing stuff like that.
Me
I
too.
think it's a valuable skill to have and to pass on, because I don't want to pay somebody to do something I could do.
that's
I just
right.
don't like doing it.
Her philosophy is the opposite. I want to pay somebody for something I can do.
No, well, you know what? I have a husband that's the extreme of that, and I always tell him there's a fine line because time is money, and so if you're spending 5 hours doing
Well, that's
something,
true. I put in a patio, and I paid somebody to do that because the stones are 36 by 36 by 3 inches thick.
I'm not doing that.
That is some heavy stuff. And I just thought, you know what? My tool for this one is going to be a checkbook.
that's
And they got
right.
it done in like 4 days.
Thank you. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, I did not have time for that.
Thank you.
And,
And then
great.
I've been taught where else can you use your money? I could be somewhere else making more money than what it's costing me to.
Yeah.
He doesn't know. That's way
I'm
over
like
his
a
head.
$1,000 an hour guy.
Thank you. I know all about that. That's.
I'm not going to
God.
trip over nickels,
That's right.
to pick up pennies.
Thank
I'm
you.
not going to do that.
That's what I'm talking about. Len still doesn't get that. That's all right. That's why the Lord said,
My
marry
time is
Jannelle.
money.
That's right. That's right.
My nickname is Kid Money.
Isn't that your rap name?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
When I turn my hat sideways and I put on like a fake tattoo on the bicep.
Yeah, that's what you do. That's what she
A
does.
hemp tattoo. Is it hemp?
Hemp?
Henna.
Henna.
Hemp is something entirely different.
My goodness.
Sorry.
It's medicinal.